What's going on, everybody in the building? We are here finally. This is the first show, Soul Bap Radio on Urban Jams Radio. Make sure y'all tune into it, www.urbanjamsradio. And right now, Soul Bap Radio is coming to you for the first time. I want to introduce y'all to something that's the vibe of me. We want to make sure we take y'all through a curated playlist that I put together, some of my favorite things that I like to listen to. And before we get to that, also let me list some of the sponsors that we have. All Gas No Brakes. Make sure y'all go hit up Dwayne Foster for those hoodies, all apparel for women. Make sure y'all go get the cigars as well. He has those out there on the lounge and all kinds of places. Shout out to another sponsorship as well. She Slay Fades. You can go down and get your cuts from her, get your hair dyed. She also has hair care products and products for men as well. And as well, sponsored by myself. Make sure y'all go down to teesprings.com and go and look up Soul Print, and you will see the fingerprints and stuff on the hoodies. Talk Black to Me socks, have leggings for women. Make sure y'all go and check that out. So right now, what we want to get into and make sure that y'all are in tune to is Soul Bap, right? So a lot of y'all are asking, what is Soul Bap? So for me, Soul Bap, just want to let you know that I am an artist. I'm a producer. I've been opening up and doing things in the city of Richmond and surrounding areas, in New York especially is more recent, the shows that I've been doing. But for me, Soul Bap is what I do as far as my sound of music. So we talk about soul fused with boom bap, the old Jay Dilla sound, you know, the production and stuff like that. So you get a chance, definitely go check that out as far as my albums. I have 2 albums out right now, Know Your Soul, and the most recent is Find the Message, which everybody is still going crazy for. This is put out independently. Shout out to Gavin Brown and Tim White, who produced on the project as well. And I'm telling you, we got a lot of soulful vibes that we're gonna bring to you. Shout out to DJ Tim Push, man, for put us in there, man, giving us the opportunity to come and present ourselves to y'all in the right way, you know, give Richmond a good name. So without further ado, I think we're gonna go ahead and get into that first song. Let's go.
Should know, make sure my beats are infectious. My concepts will take your mind out on the road. I try to do the unexpected. They say my genre is not being sold, but I don't need your acceptance. I have to do the best thing that I know. Sail away, I'm gon' make it someday. I know. Need some peace and shade, give me some relief for the day. We go. Said it's hard to shine. I know. We go. Cut up in it like it's surgery. A lot of people told me that this avenue won't work for me. Got it in my mind that this gotta be a certainty. I speak from the soul while you draft up all the hyperbole. Got my city all on my back, I'm feeling like Hercules. Want no silver spoon, I was dirty, right where the workers be. Put in long hours, was non-stop like a worker bee. Do it for the love, I got every soul on the earth in me. And for the love of me, I can't see how y'all give all of these props to these niggas that's in it now. It's really crazy, yeah, you can feel it. It's so mixed all in my lyrics, you can hear it and tell how I'm getting down. It's going crazy, I try not to spin around, try to run the town. I'm trying to work it while you feel like you can sit and lounge. I'm trying to build a bigger bounce and the iller sound, and we giving you something heartfelt and that's profound. To sail away, sail away, sail away, sail away. I'm gon' make it someday. I know. Need some peace and shade, give me some relief for the day. We go. Said it's hard to shine. I know. We go. Who cares? So I'm like, I'm needed. So I'm here. I'm feeling the change coming in the air. I'm leading up in the front from trailing up in the rear. I know that it's just a matter of time, and if I can make it, I'll be fine. They say if it's yours, it'll be there without trying. I see that it's coming now, so it's a must that I shine. I'ma sail away. Sail away, sail away. I'm gonna make it someday. I know. Need some peace and shade. Give me some relief for the day. We go. Said it's hard to shine. I know, yeah. We go. We go.
Shopping work, bagging groceries, pushing in carts. I was grateful to be working, but say my back is hurting. I don't think it's the purpose. No, this can't be the call. At night, I'm working grave, just counting the time. On my break, I write a song about the love of my life. This ain't right. Couple dollars and change, walking home in the rain, jump in front of a train. My shit, I might. On top of the roof, empty bottles of brew. Take a hit of my J, I'm in flight. Closing my eyes, visioning Monte Carlos with tinted windows and ballin' legitimate. Open my eyes, I was in the same predicament. The next day I called and said I quit. Shit, I get bigger. You and me have to get bigger. I'm jumping the wall, raising the bar, taking no bullshit. Hey, you and me have to get bigger. I'm legit. Too on, everybody root for me since I got the new John. Other shit was too corny. My routine, fixing turkey and cheese. Now I got the new broad who can run and cook for me. Couldn't tell it again, nothing she couldn't do wrong. Had my nose wide open, I could sniff a cue ball. Tenderoni taking all of my time. It's the power of the PUSSY, ain't that right? Split up the bank, gave her all of my change. Copping diamonds and rings, I can't lie. Stomach to leave, she said music of me. The fuck do you mean? This ain't right. Closing my eyes, visioning, living with this bitch could end up giving me instant misery. Open my eyes, she was kissing my constituent. I threw that bitch off the cliff. And as I get bigger, you and me have to get bigger. I'm jumping the wall, raising the bar, taking no bullshit. Yeah, hey. You and me have to get bigger. I'm legit.
Now I know y'all feel that. Now if you heard those two songs, you already picking up on the vibe that we already putting out. So I just want to introduce those songs to y'all real quick. That first song, Enlighten, was actually by me. That's all fine. The Message is actually the first song that you hear. That's actually the real song. Pretty dope and deep. I would think that goes into my life. Wrote that myself. Shout out to the producer, Dolomite, on that one. Definitely worth y'all go listening and checking it out again so you can hear the words in there. And then for the second song, what we had was Anderson .Paak, Get Bigger / Do You Love. And for me, Dolomite actually turned me on to that album, which is called No Worries, which is a collab project between Anderson .Paak and his producer Knowledge. Once I heard that album, man, I promise you, I was listening to it for at least a month straight. But I encourage y'all to go listen to that song. Get Bigger is one of those dope tracks, man, that you can play all the time. Is a classic and timeless. So once we're gonna go ahead and get into the next vibe that I'm talking about. This one I actually found out about when me and my manager Kevin were doing some shows in New York, and we happened to come across Masego, You Never Visit Me. And I remember we ended up shooting a slow-mo video for some promo and putting the song to it, and it actually became one of our riding songs when we were going to do shows and stuff like that. So y'all check this out, Masego, You Never Visit Me.
Hey, attention. If you look to seat number 4, table 3, that's my ex right there. I'm finna sing to it. I was a work in progress when she met me, but now I'm kind of up right now. You know what I mean? Cheers.
You never visit me. You never visit me. You never visit me. You never come and see. You never visit me. You never visit me. You never visit me. You never come and see. What I do on my own, different space, different zone, innovate in a homes with my face. On my phone, took the bait when they sold me the drink, and I drove to the crate, see his zones, and I baked for it. You were there when I told you the plan. You were sold and we made it a goal to remain till we owed to the L. Then I made elevate my mistakes, and I got real estate, just a house or the grades. You never visit me. You never visit me. You never visit me. You never come and see. You never visit me. You never visit me. You never visit me. You never go and see. I feel I'm on a high. Can you see me now? I just when I close my eyes, I'm down. Dizzy from the spin. I'm so giddy when I know you're back in town. She would visit me every winter. December is a month I give her heat. Run from blizzards east. She from underneath. She be under me. Wake up then she overseas. Say she over me. Called up, no, she got a hold on me. You never visit me. You never visit me. You never visit me. You never come and see. You never visit me. You never visit me. You never visit me. You never come and see.
Home where the heart is, house party, get it started, invite only. Home where the heart is, house party, get it started, invite only. Home where the heart is, house party, get started, invite only. Home where the heart is, house party, get it started, invite only. Home where the heart is, house party, get it started, invite only. Home where the heart is, house party, get it started, invite only. You never visit me. 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 You never come and see.
Woo! All right, now that was another hit right there, man. That's something I can listen to all day. Now, what we gonna do? We're gonna drop into something that I really love, things I enjoyed watching, and always go deep down the rabbit hole on conspiracy theories. So soulfully, you know, we need to talk about these things as well that, you know, deals with us in this lifetime. And something that I found interesting, which was more recent, and I think we'll drop in on a bunch of conspiracy theories, the normal ones that everybody talks about. But these beach whales that's been beaching up on the shore in Virginia Beach, which is you know, right to talk about it because this is the place where I live at. So they said I think it's like 2 beach whales, if I'm not mistaken, that popped up on the beach, and from what I'm hearing, like, you can't touch them because it's illegal. I don't know what's going on with that, why you can't touch it. Well, I don't know if it's disease or something that you may take back to society or something like COVID or whatever. But what I was thinking about is, you know, as far as the conspiracy for me, right? So a lot of people think that there's things in the ocean. Well, we know there's things in the ocean that we've never seen, you know, we'll never be able to see because we just can't handle that pressure and going down deep enough. But for me, you got to think about it. It's kind of funny, right? You take something out of its element. And I'm talking about, all right, for far as humans, the only reason we're going to go out of breathing air and jump into the water is somebody shooting at us, possibly, you know, just regular swimming, or we're trying to get away from something for the most part if we're going in there. So for a whale to be beached or whatever the case may be, could have been running from something, you know, could have been trying to get away from something bigger there. But a lot of times, you know, whales are on the higher food chain of things when it comes to the ocean. So my thing is, what is it that could possibly be leading to a huge animal that's top of the food chain being beached on the shore? So I would like to know y'all thoughts on that as well. To me, that's kind of funny. I always be thinking about too, icebergs melting and a lot of diseases that were dormant, you know, coming back from whatever's going on in global warming. Another conspiracy that we're talking about. But I had an article that I wanted to read to y'all about, actually, that I got from, what does it say, 13 News, if I'm not mistaken. So it says, second dead humpback whale discovered along Virginia Beach coastline. So it says, the whale washed up on the shore of Falls Cape State Park, a spokesperson for the Virginia Aquarium and Marine Science Center said. So it said a dead humpback whale was reported a few miles offshore from the Virginia Beach oceanfront on Sunday. The same day, another dead whale washed ashore, officials confirmed with 13 News Now. The second whale was responded floating around 3 miles offshore of the Rude Inlet in Virginia Beach. So it's a NOAA Fisheries, and our partners will continue to monitor for additional sightings to further document this whale and will formulate response plans as needed. So to me, I don't know. We already know when things like this happen, they're never going to tell society what's really going on until it's probably too late. A lot of us need to be aware and look at certain things like this, because if it can happen to animals, I'm pretty sure it can pass down to us. So watch out for what's going out there, man. Be aware, keep your eyes open. In this segment, conspiracies.
just live lavish. We're just dying to live. People just trying to get by, but the devil all in the way. We're just trying to live right, but the devil all in the way. They say we living in hell here, hell yeah, hell yeah. They say we living in hell here, hell yeah, hell yeah. I know a place where ain't nobody crying. I'm taking it there. Hey, I know a place where ain't nobody dying. I'm taking it.
Maybach music.
Father which art in heaven, hallowed thy be thy name. Fire all in the eye, coming to take the flame. Qualified as a boss, katanas when in Qatar. Sock over the sneakers, she with me, I'm dipping hard. Got me running the streets, tell me sky's the limit. Pray I'm going to heaven, oh God, make me a tenant. Seen some hard times, but really we all fine. Till the day that I'm gone, just know that the game mine. Fell in love, know the devil's a liar. Beautiful is the day, can't imagine tomorrow. Beautiful is the day, can't imagine tomorrow.
People just trying to get by, but the devil all in the way. We're just trying to live right, but the devil all in the way. They say we living in hell here, hell yeah, hell yeah. They say we living in hell here, hell yeah, hell Everybody is a star.
Get 'em up high. Okay, yeah. Go all star. You get down for y'all. To the ladies in the house, I'm proud of y'all. You got the roots cool with the sound, of course. High, lift 'em up high. Okay, when that adrenaline get in their system, it get 'em out on a quest for stardom. Could be a motherfucking problem in Philly, Cincinnati, Los Angeles, or Harlem. Kids call themselves killers, let the hammers do the talking. Don't even know the meaning of life. Ain't seen a thing and you dream of flooding the scenery with yayo and greenery buffing now. You sticking them with the heavy machinery. Wonder how you lift it up. He only 17 and like everybody, he wanna shine. Young brothers on the grind, holding something in their spine, bowling for Columbine. Stressing to me how it's all about a dollar sign. Think the way you out of line, out of sight and out of mind. Up against the clock and damn near out of time. The tipping point is arrived, and that's the bottom line. To all my peoples, the stars, it's our time to shine. Let's get 'em up high. Come on, go all star. Get down for y'all. To the ladies in the house, I'm proud of y'all. You got the roots cool with the sound, of course. High, lift 'em up high. Okay, go all star. Get down for y'all. To the ladies in the house, I'm proud of y'all. You got the roots cool with the sound, of course. High, lift 'em up high. Yo, ain't it strange how the newspapers play with the language? I'm deprogramming y'all with uncut slang-ish. I know some people's in the party armed and dangerous. Twist some cool shoe pain, I'm going through changes. A grown-ass man, I done paid my dues. Learn the rules, little homie, you could be one too. And niggas know, ain't no telling what he gon' do. But recognize, young world, I'ma do it for you. You know why? We all stars and we highly evolved. Hip-hop, it's not pop like Kylie Minogue. If it bang, them getting busy brothers probably involved in a game where everybody got a shot at the draw. I guess you probably a thug. You all spoiling the rough. I can't call it, man. I got the ladies falling in love. Cause handsome, intelligent, tough. I'm all of your buff. I know you knew it. It's the movement. Group to it while you're doing it. Go all stop and get down for y'all. And to the ladies in the house, I'm proud of y'all. You got the roots cool with the sound, of course. High, get 'em up high. Come on, go all star and get down for y'all. To the ladies in the house, I'm proud of y'all. You got the roots cool with the sound, of course. High, get 'em up high. Come on, introducing the band, you got to see to believe. He got the mic in his hand, so keep the heat up your sleeve. It's Black Thought, he rockin' sharp so the speakers will bleed. I run a triathlon, you wouldn't see me fatigue. I'm a star, and maybe y'all should cop something to read or trade some of y'all equipment if it's something you need. Cause it's a lot of bullshit. It's flooding the scene where everybody's a star and hot dishes few and far between. We losing grip of what garbage mean. Shorties wanna be they self, I know it's hard to be. Don't wanna do the Ruben stutter and come off less threatening. Keeping the realer kill you if you end up letting it. Ain't it blowing your mind how the game on the line? Now the best to the rest, we finna end up setting it. I tell you that I was a veteran, but it's evident. You act like you want it, you gon' end up getting it. Start and get down for yours. And to the ladies in the house, I'm proud of yours. You got the grooves cool with the sound and chords. High, lift them up, high. Come on, go all star. Get down for yours. And to the ladies in the house, I'm proud of yours. You got the grooves cool with the sound and chords. High, get them up, high. Okay, go all star. Get down for yours. Young ladies in the house, I'm proud of y'all. You got the grooves cool with the sound and chords. High, high, come on.
Everybody is a star. Remember that. So what we want to do right now, we want to get into this segment. Something I had thought of some ideas that I was searching for the show, and I wanted to go and talk about this day in music history. So a lot of times, you know, we know about some of the peak things, but like the interesting topics that's like background that you didn't know about some of your favorite artists. Some are quite funny, which I have one that is pretty funny that you probably didn't know about, but some introspective, some are just, you know, heartbreaking, sad far as the artist, but this is life, right? So this day in music history, first in 1984, we talking about Michael Jackson, right? He's the big winner at the Grammy Awards, winning 8 trophies, including Album of the Year for Thriller and Record of the Year for Beat It. He makes the ceremony despite being injured the previous day when his hair caught fire shooting at the Pepsi commercial. So that's something I didn't even know as far as that goes, with him burning his hair, and he still showed up the next day and won 8 Grammys. So, I mean, I say trade for a trade, hair for Grammys, hey, right? So the next one, and this is something I didn't know. I know all of us seen the movie Why Do Fools Fall in Love with Frankie Lyman. That actually introduced me to him because I would have never known. So 1968, this is actually sad news. Frankie Lyman, the voice that helped launch rock and roll as well as thousands of look-alike, died in his grandmother's apartment in New York City, Harlem, of a drug overdose, which we know he was heavy on the drugs and stuff on the movie. He said though his youthful voice had lost its register, he was still recording and still hopeful. In fact, Frankie had a recording session scheduled at Roulette Records the next day. Frankie was only 25 years old when he passed away. So he still had plans to work and do some things and stuff like that, and just life caught up with him. And soulfully, man, you know, we got to handle our stuff before it handles us, you know. So the next one I get to, this was 2004. So R&B singer Usher featuring rapper Lil Jon and Ludacris started a 12-week stint at #1 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 with Yeah on this day, February 28th in music history, right? So I remember Yeah when it came out around that time. I think this is when he had Confessions and everything too, right? So I'm thinking this is, because 2004, yeah, this is when I graduated. So a lot of that time was wrapped up, I think, in music. That was when I was finding the sound that I loved as well. So very memorable and nostalgic for me as far as back in the day. Now this one for me is a little bit funny. I hope y'all have a sense of humor. This one is about Ray Charles, all right? So 1977, Ray Charles was attacked on stage by a man who tried to strangle him with a microphone cord. The man was a member of a group called Project Heavy, a community program from disadvantaged youths. They promised that the matter would be handled within the organization. No charges were laid. but to me that is funny to come on stage and try to kill a man who's blind. That is hilarious. So, any of y'all have any thoughts on that, man? Make sure y'all go to www.urbanjamsradio, man. Give us your feedback on Soul Bap Radio and what we got with the segments. And that was our segment right there, This Day in Music. Let's go.
Coming on the musical shock attack, and team come down, turn your back. Because me sweeter than the water with no coconut. Me nicer than the lollipop. But watch a man, the higher on the mountain and the cooler the breeze. One step a day I keep the evil away. One step a day I keep the evil away. One step a day I keep the evil away. One step a day I keep the evil away. Hey,
tell me who that nigga if it ain't me. If it ain't a party, then it's finna be. Never had a problem that I couldn't solve. It must be official if I get involved. Quarter pound of fire burning daily. Harder to remember, getting harder to remember. I've been through enough to drive me crazy. I don't think my mama's gonna save me. Maybe I'm not flying, but I'm floating. If we're not headed to the top, where we going? 2 miles an hour, can you picture me rolling? Cause life is so much better when you live in slow motion. Be on time, but I'm never late. Blazing like the player that you wanna be. Flavor like your baby mama cup of tea. You see the company I'm keeping now. Feeling like I'm dreaming, I keep feeling like I'm dreaming. Don't come around if you don't be around. I've been the man, you believe me now. Maybe I'm not flying, but I'm floating. If we're not headed to the top, where we going? 2 miles an hour, can you picture me rolling? Cause life is so much better when you live in slow motion.
Keep the evil away. Cause I believe why your boss DJ. She hear me DJ, she give me love right away. And 20 pack of craving. Cause 120 pack of craving. Cause me say once play for the keep the evil away.
Like the words that are spoken, like the hurts that are open, like the birds that are floating. Don't resist the need, knowing. Like the wait for tomorrows, like the shame you can't swallow. Make a bill, take a follow. Beg or steal, buy or borrow. Like the place you go hoping. Hope the meaning of knowing. Know the meaning of coping. Cope to build the day, supposing. Suppose the place you got going. Code the building block zoning. Zone the twilight you're holding. Hold it tight cause we own it. This the only thing we're in. This the only thing we're in. you drop what you're stealing. Like your lips on my skin, yeah. Make me holler and feel it. In a way I can't be mad. You're unstoppable female. You're the probable feeling. This the drop of the needle. This the top of my people. My intention is legal. My retention is lethal. Bump the shit while you're rolling. Roll the shit till the morning. Morning come in its own way. Like to live to the dawning. Put away all the nonsense. Will you stay with me, darling? Will you stay with me, darling? Show you what I have done. Will you scream to a morning? Like the place you was born in. I'm original sorting. People call me old soulin'. Like the body you owning. Touch you, feel you belonging. Wanna do it the long way. 3 o'clock like the song say. We could stay a bit longer. We could stay a bit longer. We have everything wanted. We have everything honest. Call your baby a mama. Call me sugar a homie. Live your life like you wanna. Live your life like you want it. Touching all the right places. Touching on empty stages. Where my memory is ageless. Where desire is nameless. Don't forget who you came with. Lovely, beautiful angel. Just in case you was waiting, I done made all arrangements. Love the rain on my face when water tip drop, I taste it. Slowly, slowly, we ain't in. Rush or hurry or pacing. Just the beauty created. Just the beautiful lady. Just a beautiful day too. Just a moment to say this. When the night becomes day end. When your life becomes waiting. Don't forget what my name is. 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 Don't forget what my name is.
Part 1 of a 2-part interview with El Bravador. All right, we are in the building. I am so happy to be here right now, especially on my first show, man. Shout out to Urban Jams Radio. Make sure right now, if you are listening, and make sure you share it with people, man. Go to www.urbanjamsradio.com. Let us know how y'all like it, like the show and the content. This is the new show right now, Soul Bap Radio, that you're listening to. But right now, I have a treat. It is a pleasure and an honor. Somebody who is an OG to me, who walked me into the media game, and we'll talk about later as far as what that is about. But I have the legend, the icon, who just received the award, Mr. El Bravador, man. Make sure y'all put your hands together right now, man. We got to put some claps in there right there,
Thank
man.
you. Far too kind, brother. Love you for that, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, really and you are the first guest on my show, man. I'm talking about a super honor, man.
Man, I'm honored, man, that you even thought of me to do that. Thank you.
Yes, sir, man.
You and Kevin Greenhouse, I tell you, man, y'all really always think of me at that, and I appreciate that. Although I've known, I know Kevin forever, but we ain't gonna go back that far. But still, we've got history, and stuff. And meeting you through him has been a great thing, and working with you at times on things has been a great thing. And I'm looking forward to some more stuff.
Yeah.
You know, as the future reveals itself for things like that. Yes, but thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, so we gonna get straight into it, right? And I want to go from the beginning. I like to do the journey type of thing, far as like even just I still do the process how I do albums and stuff. I want to tell a story, right? So first, let's get into as a child, and we're gonna go back. What was the first thing that you saw that made you fall in love with hip hop? What was the moment? What did you see? What was the smell? What was the taste? What was the scenery of what was that exact moment you were like, this is it for me?
I was into funk and disco as a kid, 9 and 10 years old. When I first started really getting into music, I heard Peter Brown's Dance With Me in my stepfather's car. And
Peter Brown
Dance With Me. If you're feeling sad and blue, come on and dance with me.
Okay.
Because the Betty Wright is actually singing the chorus in there and the chant. She's the scat. She's singing that in that. Wow. I didn't know that then. I didn't know that until later. They actually showed a film footage of a CBS News report with Dan Rather, and I don't know how I missed this as a kid, where they showed the recording process, and she was in there doing her parts, and some other ladies. But anyway, that's 76. Then in 1979, I heard King Tim III. Then after that, I heard Rapper's Delight.
Okay.
Then I heard Freedom from Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5. I'm like, what is this? I got to be part of this somehow.
So what is this new sound?
Yeah, my gosh, man, this is it's on. It's what's happening.
Right.
My brother was already on the radio in Central Virginia.
And then not to cut you off, right? We'll come right back to that. What was the scenery looking like once, like you said, once that new sound was coming out? And how was it changing everything right before your eyes?
Well, the only thing that was changing at that time was the music. We were wearing double belts. We were wearing some was wearing Swedish knits, I believe it was, and then the sweatsuits and all that didn't come until later later on in the early 80s.
They were still dressed up.
We were still dressing up to get to parties and stuff. We were still dressing up like that. So it really wasn't a change in the fashion yet.
Okay.
I wasn't seeing any breakdancing at this point. I wasn't seeing any graffiti at this point. In New York, all of that was still going on. In Philly, all that was going on. But we weren't. You would see some on a building or something, but we didn't tie all of that in because we weren't even calling it hip hop then. Right. It was just a jam. Rap jams on record. Rap records.
Right.
So and then I heard Grandmaster Flash on the Adventures on the Wheels of Steel. Like I said, my brother was already a DJ on the radio, a chocolate chip. And I said, you know what? I got to be a DJ. I want to be a DJ. I want to be a DJ. 1981, that came true in May of 1981. Barry Smith, Mad Mixer, and myself, and a guy named James Smith, almost the same as LL, but a guy named James Smith, we used to call him Tab. He was, all three of us, we DJ'd my track team's last track meet party in the back of Darshell Carey and Curtis Adams' house in my neighborhood, in the backyard. 2 tape decks, because we were a band before.
Right.
We were just a band.
And I was thinking that too, as far as artistry.
Yeah, we were a band. I was playing trumpet from middle school.
I'm a trumpet player too.
I was playing trumpet, and Barry Smith, who was a Mad Mixer at the time, we used to call him Dr. Smokenstein. He was a keyboard player, bass player, and a little drums, so he could play a little bit, some of the different things. And Stephen Darricott would jump in every now and then, and Welford Williams would play the lead guitar. But after that didn't do too well for us. I said, well, Barry, we did this. Let's be DJs, man. So we DJ'd that party with the 2 tape decks and the mixer. Then we would borrow a turntable from somebody, and we would borrow an amp from this person. We'd buy another turntable from them, because we had our own DJ mixer from Lisa Washington. We bought it from. She's another legendary DJ, street DJ. She used to work at the old Album Den, where you used to buy records. She used to work there. Then she went on and had her own record shop. I can't remember the name that she had at the time. It's a short time she had it. But we bought a mixer from her. So we had a mixer, but we just didn't have turntables of our own. So we eventually acquired our own Pioneer turntables, and then Mad Mixer was good for building cabinets and stuff. He built the speaker cabinets and all that. Right. So and then we acquired two other guys, Kevin Bowman, Sweet B, and Barry Rogers plus one. So it was the Junior Funk Machine plus one, which was Barry Rogers. And then that's when Barry came from Dr. Smokenstein to Mad Mixer. Somebody from John Marshall High School gave him that name. My name, El Bravador, came during that time also. Stephen Derrickite gave me that name. Okay. And it stemmed from during that time the El Salvadorian War was going on. And we had just finished the last track meet. And Stephen was a clown guy in school and stuff, and he would act all crazy. We were walking. He was walking with his girlfriend. We were all, waiting to go home. Some of us were walking, because we didn't live too far away from Brooklyn Middle School, and some of us were, waiting for rides. So he was just like, "What's up, El Bradvador?" Just being funny. Right. I'm like, "What you call me?"
And he said, "You too,
El Bradvador." Yeah. I said, El Bradvador. Yeah, Bradvador. I said, like El Salvador. I said, right. I said, take the D off.
We getting the exclusive of the name, y'all. That's crazy.
Take the D off. I said, what do you mean take the D off? I said, take the D off. He said, El Bravador? I said, that's it.
Wow.
I said, that's it. He said, what? What is it?
That's dope.
I said, that's my name. What name? I said, my DJ name. He said, oh, man, I'm just joking. No, you don't want that to be your name. I said, yes, I do.
That's crazy.
And that's how I got the name El Bravador.
Oh,
and
man.
all these years, I've held on to it. I haven't swayed away from it. It's always been El Bravador. Even when I was on Kiss once, they tried to get me to go under another name when I started on Kiss. And people called me up, said, we know this, you El Bravador.
Right.
Why are you doing that? And I said to Kevin Colfax, I said, Kevin, I got to go back on El Bravador. Everybody was calling me.
So God give you that name,
I said, I got to stick to it. Come on, man. I've had it for. He said, you're right. He said, I'm sorry I even asked you to do that. And he said, it didn't even feel right, did it? I said, no, it actually felt terrible. It actually felt terrible not to. I don't even want to say the name I went under. But anyway.
Right.
So El Bravador has been with me, and it will always stick with me. And that's everything. And thanks to Stephen Derrickite for that. So, yeah. And then after that, Junior Funk Machine days went all the way through to, the early 80s, around 84. We parted ways. And for the last time, because I actually split twice from him. And I got with DJ MC Fresh because we used to make tapes for him. And we was taking so long to make a tape. Fresh said, man, I'm going to start making my own tape. So he started making this tape. He started DJing. And he was a damn good one, man. I mean, I was seeing him do stuff that I had not seen anybody do, such as scratching and mixing and blending. We weren't doing that in Junior Funk Machine. We may have been doing a little bit of scratching, mixing two of the same records, but we weren't blending beats and staying on beat. We weren't doing that stuff like Flash was doing. Fresh was doing that. So I fixed two of his turntables he had. I put some gold ends on them, the old Radio Shack gold ends. Okay. I put those on there because I was kind of an electronic technician. Back then, I'd been to electronic school after high school and everything. So I fixed his turntables. So I asked him what was up with him and his partner that he had at the time. He said, well, we're not DJing together no more. I said, really? I said, well, why don't you and I be DJs? He said, okay, that's cool. So it was an opportunity for me to learn how to mix and scratch. So he taught me how to mix and scratch. And then after a while, he said, man, I can't show you nothing else. You got to do it on your own. And I appreciate him for that. And he did the right thing. I mean, I didn't turn out to be the best mixer and scratcher, but I became a master mixer. Right. And I could hold my own. Let me put it that way. Still till this day. But still till this day. So we formed the Z-Rock crew in 84. We used to DJ at a club called Infinity. It's actually turned into the Trop, where Das FX battled the Twins from Fairfield. Before that, it was the Trop. It was called Infinity. My brother was running it at the time, and he got us in there to DJ a couple of nights. Plus, previously, Mad Mixer and I went in there just to kind of observe. As my brother got us in there, and we had to stay in the booth because we were underage. We were not supposed to be in Infinity. We were 15 years old, and we was up in an Infinity.
That's where dreams are made, man.
Oh, we were seeing everything in there. But anyway, spring back forward to the Z-Rock crew. Fresh and I started doing things. Fresh started making beats. I started learning how to do that from him. Then we made a record that came out in '87.
After I was born.
We did that. Vocal on the front and Ace and Supreme at Think Tank Studios in Hopewell. So we started doing that. Then I started producing some things. We bought a DX drum machine, started working that. Then I contacted First Priority from us having the top billing record that Fresh bought. Fresh taught me always how to read the labels on the records and see, to get information on them. So I called the number on it, talked to Nat Robinson. Milk answered the phone. So then Nat answered the phone. Nat started sending us records of Positive K, Quarter Gram Pam, and Light's first record, Cram to Understand You. We broke that record.
Wow.
We broke that record.
I remember you telling me about that too.
Yes, we broke that record, man. And that was when we were on KIE. We got on KIE 87, January 7th of 1987 on the Scratch program. It blew up. And the next thing you know, they wanted to do rap all the time on KIE. And
That's legendary, man.
And for an AM station, we put a dent in the FM, which was Magic 99. We put a dent in their ratings.
It was like, who are these people?
Oh my gosh, we did such a great job, and we were actually on the air kind of at a short time together. We were on as the Z-Rock crew for just 2 years. Then I went to WANT. Fresh stayed at KIE. We still were doing things as the Z-Rock crew,
Right.
And I was producing, and I signed a contract with First Priority. And that's when I produced for the Alliance. I did a Hickey's remix from the Audio 2. I produced a girl named MC Peaches out of New Jersey. She was on their Bum Rush label. I actually did a whole bunch of productions. Actually, the Royal Sound Crew from Richmond. I got them signed. They never did anything with them, but we did a lot of recordings. We did one recording with Chuck D, a Public Enemy, that never was released, Freestyle Gangster. In my documentary that I did, you can hear a couple of snips from that in it. But yeah, man, so the journey, continued on through there, and I'm kind of jumping ahead of some things and whatnot because for times. But yeah, it's been a happy time for me, man, with that. Well, it's been a happy time some of the times. Some of the times it's been very rough, especially with the record business side of it. It put a bad taste in my mouth at one point. Where I was just ready to I'm just not going to even do it anymore. But I'm glad I stuck with.
Once you start to learn the business of things,
the business screws it up.
Passion.
The business screws it up.
It does.
If you don't know the business, it can put a real bad taste in your mouth, and it did it for me. But I mean, of course, that was then. Now I'm glad I stuck with it, and I just evolved into doing films and TV first. We did the B-side. Chris Brooks and I got together and did the B-side.
Shout out to Chris Brooks.
We did that, and that was a very, 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 very good success. I mean, it was a great success.
All right, let me transition into this then, because I met you pretty much on visuals. Mm-hmm. So then, of course, with the music side and things like that, how did you break into visuals? Capturing things and having the mindset and the eye for that. When did that happen?
Well, I've actually always loved filmmaking as a kid. When I saw Star Wars and Star Trek, I got into sci-fi watching Lost in Space in '73, the reruns and stuff, and Batman and all that stuff, and then watching Saturday morning cartoons like Shazam and ISIS, Arc 2, Space Academy. I'm a sci-fi guy, so I was liking that stuff, and I was like, how do they make this stuff? Right. I always wanted to make it. I would take my stepdad's camera and his film camera and try to film it. I bought books on how they did it, trying to make blue screen effects and all that. Didn't work because we didn't have the technology like we have it now. Right. But when I was at WANT, they actually gave us a TV show on the old Blab network that used to be on cable. So I said from there, I wanted to do something with TV. And then I got interviewed by a guy named Alonzo Green, I believe it was his name. Yeah, Alonzo Green. He had Showdown Productions. So I was a guest on his show one day. And then he asked me to be the host on his show. So I was the host. I interviewed Ecstasy, a couple of from Houdini, Dr. Ice. That was back in those days. I interviewed them. We put them on TV, and it was his show. So then I guess we had creative differences, and I wanted my own show. And I went to Paul Adams at Community Access at the time, and I said, man, look, what do I have to do to get my own show? He said, well, Brad, just do a 30-minute show on tape and give it to me, and I'll play it. I said, that's simple.
Yeah.
I said, yeah. I said, all right, you got it. I said, Chris, I got us a show. Come on, let's go. He said, what are we gonna do? I said, let's film the Summer League over in the West End. He got a camera. We went to start filming the summer league.
All right, now we are back. So, in closing, I would like to bring you a segment that I called I'm Soul Inspired. And I'm replacing, like you would say, I'm so inspired. I'm SOUL inspired, right? So, with this segment, I'm always going to bring something that's inspirational, something that I'm inspired by. Hopefully that inspires you and gets you to think about what you're inspired by through your day. But for me, what I'm so inspired by today is the dreamer. Now, what is a dreamer? And I had to look it up, of course. Google's gonna be my best friend, and I like to define things so we can make sure we put that in the perfect parameters of what it is, right? So for the dreamer, and what I found, which was the perfect definition, is one who lives in a world of fancy or imagination. Which, I mean, fancy, we know, like, you know, your thoughts of luxury and all that type of things, imagination. But this is the one for me, far it goes for the dreamers or creatives. One who has ideas or conceives projects regarded as impractical, or that equals a visionary, right? So a lot of us as dreamers have to make something come from the mind and have to manifest it into reality for it to be, right? So now, if you're a dreamer like me, then you know it is the road less traveled, or in my observation, most times a journey cut too short from the pressures that it brings. A lot of sleepless nights, isolation, lack of support, and endless networking that most times leads to dead-end opportunities. Now, if you're listening and considering taking the quest of a dreamer, you may be thinking, why would I do that? But on the other side of this, there is innovation, resourcefulness, and willpower to be able to create something from nothing, and the ability to respect every no and grateful and prepared for every yes. Without the dreamer, everything we take in from all five senses would not be possible. So shout out to all the dreamers. Keep the dream alive. Make sure that you keep on going. And also remember, don't become anything, but do become. Soul Bap Radio. We out.